Hello friends, this is Normal here for Technique, and in this video we'll do a comparison of two mid-range phones, the Oppo F3 with the Moto G5 Plus. So these two phones are priced below the 20,000 pricing in India, and the Oppo F3 is one of the really good selfie cameras out there available, and the Moto G5 Plus also has really good camera. So in this video we'll do a detailed comparison of these two phones to decide which is a better device to buy and which makes really great value at this price segment. So without any further delay, let's get started. So first up, let's see the design and build quality. So design wise, you can see both are made of metallic chassis. You can see Moto G5 Plus has a completely different design. We have this camera unit which has a slight projection. It's made of really good material quality. The Oppo F3 also has a metallic construction and feels quite sturdy as well. The Moto G5 Plus is a bit more compact device because of the smaller screen size, while on the other hand the Oppo F3 is a 5.5 inch screen size and feels quite a bit more bigger than the Moto G5 Plus. So design wise we would say both are quite good and well built phones, and we would leave it to your viewers to decide which is a better looking device out there. Both are quite good looking devices out there and both come with decent designs. Now in terms of the design aspects, there are some minor changes in terms of the button placement. You can see power keys on the right side on both these devices, while the G5 Plus has volume keys on the right side. The Oppo F3 has it on the left panel, and the bottom panel has the micro USB charging slot and the 3.5mm audio jack. We have front facing speakers on the Moto G5 Plus, while it's on the bottom panel on the Oppo F3. Now other than that, we have the front facing dual camera on the Oppo F3, while it's a 5 megapixel shooter on the Moto G5 Plus. So that's the design and build quality. Now let's have a look at the display. So both the phones have Full HD 1080p resolution displays, and both are protected by Corning Gorilla Glass. We have a 2.5D glass on the Oppo F3, and it's a bigger display, 5.5 inch screen size versus the 5.2. So overall we would say the pixels per inch is higher on the Moto G5 Plus, and the display quality looks really good on both the phones. The touch response also feels quite good. The Oppo F3 also has a pre-installed screen guard included, and that's an added protection available. So both these devices have quite good displays overall, and they are almost similar in terms of the display performance. Now let's move on to the software. So this is one area both these devices vary a lot, because we have Android 6.0 with a custom UI on the Oppo F3, while we have Android 7.0 on the Moto G5 Plus, which is the latest version, and on top of that it has stock experience. So looking at the software experience of these two phones, we have a custom UI with additional themes and options included. In this UI you can see some added features are included on the Oppo F3 with some support for gestures, so that's some added features, and there is also support for cloning of apps, and additional support for themes and wallpapers are included in this UI. So that's the UI of the Oppo F3, but the disappointing aspect is that it comes still with Android 6.0 Marshmallow, which is an outdated OS. Now the Android 7.0 on the Moto G5 Plus is stock experience, so if you love stock Android, then this is definitely one good device to buy, with no bloatware included except for the Moto app, which again supports some display options, and additional gestures are included. Other than that, it's a plain and stock UI, no customizations whatsoever. So we would give it to the Moto G5 Plus in terms of the software, because it has the latest version and also stock-like experience. But if you're looking for a customization UI, then definitely the Oppo's Color OS makes decent sense. Now let's talk about the performance. So the Oppo F3 is powered by the MediaTek MT6750T octa-core chipset with 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage. On the other hand, the Moto G5 Plus is powered by the Snapdragon 625 with 4 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of storage. In day-to-day experience, both these devices perform pretty well, and there is no lag or issues, but definitely the performance on the Moto G5 Plus was better with the Snapdragon 625 with a stock UI, and also the gaming experience. This is one area where the Moto G5 Plus has an edge, because the gaming performance of the Oppo F3 was not really that great, and we could see a lot of lag and frame skips, while the Moto G5 Plus performed pretty well in terms of the gaming experience. So when you compare with the Oppo F3, the Moto G5 Plus definitely wins in the performance aspect. Now both the phones come with dual SIM cards and 4G LTE support and also VoLTE support, and we have 464GB storage on the Oppo F3, while we have 32GB storage on the Moto G5 Plus. Now talking about the fingerprint scanner experience, they are placed on the front panel, and they are they do a quite good job in unlocking the device. They're pretty fast and responsive and unlocks the device in really good time. So that's the performance aspect. Now the call quality and speaker performance were quite good on this device, but we would say the front facing speakers on the Moto G5 Plus had slight edge over the Oppo F3. Now talking about the camera. So we have a 13 megapixel camera on the Oppo F3 with LED flash, and we have a 12 megapixel camera with f-stop 1.7 on the Moto G5 Plus with dual LED flash, and we also have a front facing 5 megapixel camera on the Moto G5 Plus, while it's a dual front facing camera, 16 and 8 megapixel camera. So in terms of the camera UI, you can see that one is a feature-rich UI with additional modes and options, while the other one is a simple and easy to use UI. So if you're looking for more features and functions from the camera UI, definitely the Oppo produces that. But then if you are looking for simple UI, then the Moto G5 Plus provides that. Now looking at the camera samples taken with these two devices, the daylight shots, we would say the rear camera performance, we would say the Moto G5 Plus wins with a really good camera quality, and the overall sharpness and color quality was better on the Moto G5 Plus. The Oppo F3 produces some decent results, but definitely not class leading, and it's a decent performing camera. So in terms of the rear camera performance, we would give it to the Moto G5 Plus in terms of the overall performance with f-stop 1.7, which is one of the really good aspects about this camera, because very few phones have f-stop 1.7 in this price segment. So the Moto G5 Plus wins in the camera department on the rear camera. Now talking about the front camera, it's a clear winner. That's the Oppo F3 with dual front facing camera. So if you're looking for selfie experience, obviously the better choice is the Oppo F3 with great selfie experience. The 16 and 8 megapixel dual camera produces stunning selfies. On the other hand, the Moto G5 Plus produces some decent selfies. So that was the camera aspect. Now talking about the battery. So we have a 3200 mAh battery on the Oppo F3, while we have a 3000 mAh battery on the Moto G5 Plus. Now talking about the battery performance, both these devices produces some really good battery performance, and we would say the Moto G5 Plus with the Snapdragon 625 wins in the battery department, and also there is rapid charging or turbo charging available on the Moto G5 Plus. So the advantage for Moto G5 Plus is definitely there in the battery department. So now summing up, which is a better device to buy? So the Oppo F3 is priced 19,999, while the Moto G5 Plus is priced 17,000. So there is definitely a 3K difference between these two devices. So obviously the overall better value for money device would definitely be Moto G5 Plus, because it has really good software, a better chipset, and better battery life, and also it's a good overall package with good cameras and build quality and also good display. Now, where does the Oppo F3 wins? The Oppo F3 has a quite good looking design, and it's a customizable software, and also the front facing camera. That's the highlight of the Oppo F3. So if you're looking for selfies, great stunning selfies, then obviously the Oppo F3 is a choice. Everything else, we would suggest the Moto G5 Plus. So that was a detailed comparison of the Oppo F3 with the Moto G5 Plus. Hope this video was useful, and if you plan to buy these devices, we'll share the links in the description of this video. You can use our link and buy this device. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.